Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're over here on the OPTC Twitter page, or X page, I should call it nowadays. And in today's video, we're going to be going through the version 15.0 update that is scheduled for April 21st and the start of the countdown for the 11th anniversary. So obviously the Covenant time of the year, the anniversary is coming up in pretty much a month from today, actually. Well, no, it's a little bit past that. So it's like the 12th of May usually is when the anniversary starts. So big time for the game. Lots of cool stuff. They usually throw in new updates, new game mode, and new potential ability normally. So we're going to break down what we've seen in the letter and what we're getting for the 11th anniversary and the countdown and stuff like that. Give my thoughts and opinions. I'll try and be like half glass full and half glass empty kind of guy. I don't think that sort of just gassing everything up, being like, oh my god, look at all this good stuff that's coming, and then ignore all of the bad stuff that has been happening pretty much since the 10th anniversary is the best way to be looking at the game. But there are some steps in the right direction, and I do want to sort of give the flowers where flowers are due. So as you can see, the 11th anniversary will be starting soon, and the version 15 update starts on the 21st. They're going to get some new visuals, and we're getting a new home screen for the Egghead theme. So we can pretty much guarantee that the celebration is going to be what's happening in the anime, like 99% certain, and that's my estimate. Probably something to do with Kizaru, maybe something to do with like Rob Lucci and Luffy if they go back a little bit. They could drop a verse legend, or depending on what the schedule of the anime looks like, we could see some of those big elder stars that Luffy's been chatting to, from what I've seen in the anime. So Egghead theme, it's pretty interesting. Obviously, as long as it's not Wano for me, I'm like sick. That's cool. I always thought that I would have liked them to do some cool shit, but they did some cool shit for the 10th year anniversary, so look, I'm very okay with it being anime related, especially since we haven't had anything anime related in like 6 months now because of the hiatus. So I'm not overly bummed by this, but I do understand why some people are. So the easy access to events. So event access, you can click on underway events, which will then take you to whatever event is active. Obviously, with the content cycle being co-op, treasure map, Kazuna, PvP, like this is actually a really good feature. It just makes it a lot easier to understand what is going on. Then we have the Pirate Rumble adventure for quality of life, and there is the new Assault Pirate Rumble, which I'm very excited for. As you guys know, I love my Pirate Rumble, and the fact that we are now getting another limited time event for PvP is very cool. It does seem very fun in terms of taking down a boss. I believe it's coming up soon, but it does look like you take down an actual boss in PvP, which is really fun. And then it's got to do with like your alliance and stuff like that. They're also adding the character tag. This is something that I've definitely been very excited for since the release of Whitebeard and Ace. Whitebeard and Ace brought a very unique ability where if the captain is Whitebeard and Ace and you use any character that's related to them from the Whitebeard Pirates, they had an additional effect. Now we actually have tags in the game. So there are also characters without tags, which is very interesting, and adding tags represents various worldviews to these characters. So, for example, they have the Psy Straw Hat before you 5+ him, and the tags are the Straw Hat Pirates, the Worst Generation, Fishman Island arc, and then the Paramecia type. So I'm assuming that this will have some fun things to do with either captain abilities, the new potential ability, and stuff like that too. You'll be able to see the tags from the detail screen, and character tags for bosses are available in the quest guide as well, so you can see there. It's going to be unknown how many tags can hit a character. If it's kind of like Dokkan, they will release sort of like particular categories and then give all the characters in the game that particular tag. So literally every single Luffy, every single Nami, every single Zoro, they will all have the Straw Hat tag, presumably, unless like they go back to like say the Zoro right before he joins the Straw Hats, like that kind of thing. But it's a lot of effort for them to do that, and then obviously every new character that comes in the game will have to have these new tags. So I feel like they'll probably do arcs. They'll do the types of devil fruits, the groups of pirates being like the Yonkos, the Worst Generation, the Warlords, that kind of stuff. Then obviously admirals, marines, all that sort of stuff, and then they'll do like Straw Hat Pirates, like groups of pirates, like Big Mom and stuff and whatnot. Because like I said, this is a lot of work that they have to go back and look at every single character and then give them that particular tag. Various character effects and abilities will be triggered thanks to character tags. Effect, ability, and examples are Activates effect if the crew has a certain character tag. Boosts stats of a character with the certain character tag for the captain ability. So this opens the door to just like an infinite number of captain abilities. Or they could do like the dual thing where it's like, say strength powerhouse characters get 5 times attack. And then if they're also part of the Whitebeard Pirates, say we get a new Whitebeard, for example, they get an extra 1.2 times attack. So then that essentially gives them a 6 times attack boost. Pirate Rumble also getting the character tag, which is just going to change. It's just going to basically add a whole new dimension to team building and obviously PvP teams as well. So very excited for that. It's like I said, it's something that we've definitely been waiting for since the Wipe and Ace character. But something that I don't like, this is the half glass empty kind of guy, is they've just come out with Super Tandem Boost for character tags. So it's a new potential ability. Super Tandem Boost is here, and I just don't like that they've just kind of thrown a new pay to win, which I'm assuming pay to win, ability behind this brand new feature. It kind of sucks. And obviously with the damage cap being a thing, which we'll talk about in the letter, because they did put out a letter which did include the damage cap. With the damage cap being a thing, like, it just really hinders the purpose of these particular effects, and why you actually need them in the game to sort of hit certain damage thresholds or do some fun stuff there. But the fact that it obviously incorporates PvP, is quite nice too. During the quest, activating Super Tandem with characters that meet the activation requirements automatically activates the Super Tandem boost, which the boost level of the specific character tag will increase when activated. Depending on the boost level, characters with the particular tag will receive an attack boost. Gather characters within the same character tag and blow away the enemy team. So as you can see, like, they've got just examples of what the tags will look like. I'm assuming the abilities would just basically be very reminiscent of Super Tandem, but they will be more tag related. So, for example, like I'm assuming we're getting a new Luffy for the anniversary. Say the new Luffy's Super Tandem booster activation will affect Straw Hat characters, for example. So I can see that. But again, throwing this behind a pay to war win, like, we've been dealing with this since Final Tab came out. Like, it's nothing new, but at the same time, because it ties in to a new feature, for me, it's a little bit annoying. It does dampen the new feature a little bit because there is a pay to win tag to that as well. But again, there are other factors to it, like Power Rumble and stuff like that. Going into Assault Rumble Battle Mode now, this is the one I'm most excited for the update, because new game modes are awesome, but when it comes to new Pirate Festival game modes, they always excite me. And I understand people hate Grand Party, but at the same time, I'm a massive fan of Grand Party. My account obviously looks a little bit different to newer players, and I understand why people struggle. But at the same time, if you're getting like 9 wins from Grand Party, like, you're doing very, very well. And if you're having fun with the game mode, then you're already winning. So, yeah. Challenge increasingly stronger bosses in Pirate Rumble. Get rewards with your assault score. The assault score is the bonus value received from damage score and life score. And then the highest total assault score from each boss will be recorded as your total score. So as you can see, you get a damage, you get your however much HP you have left, and then your bonus is your assault level, your defeat, and then your trusty characters. So first of all, actually trusty characters, and it does worry me a little bit. But obviously this does sort of tie into the ranking feature. As you can see here, it is based around your alliance ranking. So having like trusty characters, in my eyes, it's not the end of the world. Like, you can still play the game mode and still have fun with the game mode, very similar to Super Pirate Rumble. But obviously, like, your ranking will be a little bit lower depending on how many trusty characters you actually have. And this might also be like an implication of, well, the trusty characters this time are Straw Hat characters. It'll sort of tie the tags in. So I really hope they do that. But I'm not overly worried about these trusty character effects, but at the same time, like, it is another sort of pay grab for them just to go, hey, okay, well, the new Pirate Festival Legend is going to be really good in Assault Rumble. You're going to want to summon for that character. So I can understand the worry behind it, but at the same time, again, just like Super Pirate Rumble, it's not a need to have. It's just like an extra, like, caviar on top kind of thing. Moving on to the 11th anniversary cooldown. For 10 days, we get 25 gems. This is awesome. Give us more gems, please. Anniversary is the time to just throw gems at us. Give us like 1,000 plus gems. Let us summon to our heart's galore. You want to bring in new players at this time as well. So hopefully these quality of life updates do make things a little bit easier. Moving on to, this is all the countdown stuff. That's the obviously opening for the celebration. And then we have the letter from the OPTC team. So the plans for the update for summer, they're planning on doing adjustments to the damage cap. Currently, when you deal more than 1 trillion damage to the enemy, in one turn, the damage is reduced to a fixed amount. We are planning on changing the system so the damage reduction occurs gradually. Regarding the reason for the above change, removing the damage adjustment completely would result in unlimited damage output, and the difference between those who can deal a lot of damage and those who can't will be too great. This would be detrimental to the game balance, and so we have decided to implement a gradual damage reduction. Furthermore, we believe that the balance of the game should be such that players who invest their time in order of powering characters up should be able to deal higher damage as well. Our goal is to adjust the game balance in a way to make players want to power up their characters more. In addition to the update mentioned above, we also plan to implement an easy-to-play minigame as well as other update content. We will officially introduce these changes to the future as an OPTC terms and in-game notices, so we hope you look forward to them. Now, I do understand the whole point of game scaling and the widening of the gap of the pay-to-win players compared to the free-to-play players towards even the mid-game level players. But if you're going to throw these new abilities at us every single year, like Super Tandem Boost activated, or Super Tandem, or Rush abilities, or Final Tap, if you're going to throw these abilities at us and then still damage, like limit the damage we can do, I just don't see the point to the ability in the first place. And sure, people can sit there and go, well, you can, clear content a little bit easier, or you don't have to do the high damage threshold. Maybe Super Tandems have new abilities that can remove certain debuffs and stuff like that, which is great and all, but at the same time, like, don't give me a Ferrari and then put me on a windy road. That makes zero sense to me at all. And obviously the pay-to-win players are going to want to test these Ferraris on a straight line where they can just go as fast as they goddamn can. So I do get the gap widening, but at the same time, it's kind of like, what, like why at the end of the day? Just like, don't give us these abilities, or give us silver tablets to then power up our characters to the max level and get them maxed out by just pulling one copy. And sure, people will sit there and say, but then Stump, then they won't be able to let you summon, and they can't get your money. Well, if they really wanted our money, then just remove the damage cap completely. Give us a reason, or give those players a reason to spend money and actually get these abilities maxed out. With limit break materials being so scarce, obviously not for the higher end game players, but the posters being so scarce to get 9 copies to level limit break 5, and then maxing out that potential ability, like, I don't see it being a problem with just giving us silver tablets. On top of that, make the tablets like 10%, like, make them at a much lower rate. I would still prefer that than not having them at all. And on top of that, you can make the argument, yeah, sure, they just want you to summon, but if you slap a super PvP special on it where you need to be level 150 on release, people who really want that ability are going to summon anyway. So, like I said, I do understand the concept for this, and I do love that they are doing something about the damage cap. I've been just screaming at the game to do something about the damage cap for months now, but I just think that this is not the answer. Whilst it's a good step in the right direction, it's still not the answer. Just remove the damage cap completely, and just let players just go balls to the wall. They also say that they are going to update Treasure Map, which is hilarious. Autoplay is getting expanded. And then regarding the shortage of Lunar Break materials, they're considering introducing a system to exchanging these materials. So hopefully that means you can break like a big orb into 10 shards. I think that would be the best way to do this. I don't like that they say we are considering. Just fucking do it. Just do it. Don't consider it. Just do it. If you have one giant red sphere, whatever they're called, break that into 5 chunks, or break that into 10 shards. Just allow me to chop and change, because I am one of these people that has shortages of limit break materials, which is crazy because I'm an end game player. Regarding the crew edit system, they are discussing an implementation of the new feature aimed for people who are unfamiliar with crew editing. This is great. Obviously, people with team building are always going to struggle, and that's why we do the videos we do on this channel. So hopefully it's going to make it easy for you guys to build your teams. Regarding Batch Power Up, they're introducing a more quality of life to basically power up more characters at once, and then they're also looking at reducing the amount of time it takes to go through the Chopper Man missions. Now, if you guys have an Android and you can just hit the back button, you guys know how beautiful that is. But for iPhone users, going through all of those missions, like for example, when you use a card in Treasure Map and you have to sit there 5 times, it's very, very frustrating for those particular players. So once again, they sincerely hope they enjoy you guys playing the 11th anniversary. It's pretty exciting what is coming, and I am actually very, very keen for all of the fun stuff for the 11th anniversary. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. While you're down there, bell like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Night!